top stories. Muslims celebrate Eid. Samia stresses peace and tranquility. World Wildlife Day, we explore Tanzania's richness and potentials. A very good evening. I'm Agnes Tuniga. You can also follow us live via our YouTube channel and TBC Online, and also get all the latest news through our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter pages at TBC Online. As Muslims in Tanzania and around the world celebrate today Eid al-Fitr, President Samia Suluhu Hassan urged Tanzanians and religious leaders to preach and maintain peace and stability, which are key in building a strong nation. Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan made the remarks during the Eid Baraza held at the Julius Nyerere International Convention Center in Dar es Salaam. Here are more details.
Used by Muslim believers to discuss various issues, including peace. Here, President Samia Suluhu Hassan comments on how her government continues to enhance the welfare of people with the collaboration of religious leaders so as to build a stable nation.
La kusimamia amani nchini ni la serikali kupitia vyombo vya ulinzi na usalama.
It is our responsibility as the government to maintain peace, but on the other hand, it is also the responsibility of all the citizens of our country to keep peace as well. The government will continue to protect the constitution of the country by respecting the freedom of the citizens to worship and preach, but will not tolerate anyone who will go against that.
Furthermore, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan assures members of the community of free and fair election, urging all Tanzanians eligible to participate in the upcoming general elections.
Nanyi viongozi wa dini mtusaidie.
I urge religious leaders to encourage people to show up for the general elections. Also, everyone should know the importance of exercising their democratic right to vote so that they can elect qualified leaders who may bring about development.
The Eid Baraz is one of the main platforms of Islam where it unites all Muslims in the country into one for the wider interest of the nation. Eid Baraz was attended by various leaders from the government, private institutions, and other Dar es Salaam residents held at Julius Nyerere International Convention Center.
Also, earlier today, President Samia Suluhu Hassan joined other Muslims for the Eid al-Fitr prayers at the Mohammed VI Mosque at the headquarters of the National Muslim Council of Tanzania, BAKWATA, in Dar es Salaam. The prayers follow the completion of the holy month of Ramadan. During the prayers, the Mufti and Grand Sheikh of Tanzania, Abubakar Zuberi, urged Islamic religious leaders to be exemplary in fostering reconciliation within society, urging them to remain obedient to Allah even after the conclusion of the Ramadan.
We are on the first day of opening after the whole month, and we are celebrating Eid. What you do today will affect all the good things you did during your fast, as the whole Quran says, if you sin today, is equal to the one sinning on the last day. Today is the day to have mass on others, to visit each other, and to celebrate the day peacefully.
Among the leaders who attended the prayers were former President of the Fourth Phase Government, Jakaya Kikwete, and the Minister of State in the President's Office for Regional Administration and Local Government, Mohammed Mchengera. On her social media page, President Samia extended her warm Eid al-Fitr greetings to all Tanzanians, where later President Samia attended as the guest of honor at the Eid Baraza held at the Julius Nyerere International Convention Center. Eid al-Fitr, a celebration marked by joy, gratitude, and unity, a day of feasting that follows a month of fasting. But beyond the festivities lies a deep spiritual significance rooted in centuries of Islamic tradition. Frida Ngaga provides us the history and significance of the Eid al-Fitr.
The history of Eid al-Fitr dates back to the early days of Islam, over 1,400 years ago. It was established by the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in the year 624 CE, following the completion of the first Ramadan observed by the Muslim community in Medina. Ramadan, the 9th month of the Islamic lunar calendar, is a sacred time of fasting, reflection, and devotion. From dawn until sunset, Muslims abstain from food, drink, and other physical needs to strengthen their faith and grow closer to Allah. At the end of Ramadan, Muslims celebrate Eid al-Fitr, literally meaning the festival of breaking the fast. It is a day of thanksgiving where believers express their gratitude to Allah for giving them the strength to complete the fast and seek forgiveness for any sins committed. The day begins with a special prayer known as Salat al-Eid, performed in large congregations. It symbolizes unity, equality, and the strength of the Muslim community. Before the prayer, Muslims are required to give Zakat al-Fitr, a form of charity intended to purify their fast and ensure that even the less fortunate can partake in the celebrations. Eid al-Fitr is not only a religious celebration, but also a cultural event. Across the world, Muslims celebrate with a variety of traditions, wearing new clothes, preparing special dishes, visiting loved ones, and exchanging gifts. Beyond the feasting and celebrations, Eid al-Fitr holds a deeper significance. It is a time for reconciliation, forgiveness, and compassion, a reminder that faith is not only about devotion, but also about kindness and community. As the crescent moon rises, marking the end of Ramadan and the beginning of Eid al-Fitr, Muslims around the world come together in joy and worship, a testament to faith that transcends borders, cultures, and time. Faiva Ngaga, TBC News.
Today, the world unites to celebrate World Wildlife Day, a day dedicated to raising awareness about the beauty and importance of wildlife in our ecosystems. Here in Tanzania, we take pride in our rich biodiversity and home to some of the most majestic creatures on the planet. Caroline Malewo has more details.
Tanzania is blessed with some of the most renowned national parks in the world, including Serengeti, Ngorongoro, Selous, Ruaha, and Tarangire. Among these incredible landscapes, Tarangire National Park stands out for its vast open plains, ancient baobab trees, and one of the highest concentration of wildlife, particularly during the dry season. Deep in the heart of the northern Tanzania, Tarangire National Park is a sanctuary, teeming with life. From towering elephants to graceful antelopes, the park boasts an incredible array of wildlife, but among all these magnificent creatures, the wildcats hold a special place in the hearts of many. Lions, leopards, cheetahs. These apex predators are the true rulers of the savannah, each with unique traits that set them apart. Their stories of survival and dominance in the wild never cease to captivate us. One of their most remarkable abilities is their skill in hunting and marking their territories. Using claw marks and scent, they establish dominance, ensuring their survival in this vast wilderness. The leopard, for instance, is an expert climber. Its sleek, spotted coat not only adds to its beauty, but also serves as a perfect camouflage against the dense foliage. High up in the trees, leopard finds safety from rival predators and an ideal vantage point for ambushing prey. Unlike its larger cousins, the leopard's lightweight build, powerful forelimbs, and sharp claws give it an unmatched ability to ascend trees with ease. So next time you visit Tarangire National Park, don't just look at the plains. Look up. You might just spot an elusive and magnificent creature watching from above. This celebration of Wildlife Day should serve as a reminder to visit Tanzania's national parks. Caroline Malewo, TBC News.
Indonesian ambassador to Tanzania, T. Yogo Jamiko, says culture diplomacy through food between his country and Tanzania is one of the ways of sharing values, culture, and tradition, strengthening unity and solidarity between the two nations. Here's the story prepared by Ismail Bugda and read by Teddy Mparanyanga.
Ambassador Jatmiko made the remarks during a special gathering at his residency in Dar es Salaam to celebrate the Eid al-Fitr, where Indonesians living in Tanzania met with the locals to explore Indonesian cuisine, celebrating culture, friendship, and unity through culinary traditions.
Habari za asubuhi, and then I don't know what else. Jamani, I can, and then kidogo, kubwa.
This social and cultural event was also attended by Tanzanians who got time to explore Indonesian food and culture.
When I came first 2016, it's also Ramadan. I like the way how people tolerate each other regardless their religion. During Ramadan, they're wearing hijab. That is something we don't have in our country.
Very good, because we are far away from our country, so get local meals. Indonesian food is very nice and very interesting for me. But even the local food here, Tanzanian, delicious. Yeah, I'm trying a few.
The Indonesian ambassador to Tanzania, Triyogo Jatmiko, stresses on his message of unity and solidarity amongst the two countries.
I would like to thank the Indonesian, especially Ambassador of Indonesia, who invited us to join them here with the group of the Indonesian to celebrate this holiday. This Eid al-Fitr. Yeah, and as Indonesians do, most of the time they used to invite different people, regardless of the religion. And
then the ambassador explains further on the success stories of cooperation between these two states.
We invite also our big family. They are all Tanzanian who are working or collaborating with us. So it is kind of say thank also to them for the good cooperation, for the good relation with us. So by inviting them, we want to make them feel that they have brother here.
Today we have a special cuisine which we always have during our Eid al-Fitr. It's mie bakso. It's noodle with meatballs, and then rice cube. This is a must for us. Rice cube with chicken, and then chicken stew, and also mutton stew.
Overall, the Eid al-Fitr celebrations bring a sense of unity, solidarity, and joy among Indonesians living in Tanzania and the Tanzanian community, and through cultural diplomacy, it enhances the sense of connection and the strength of cultural diversity.
Chake Chake is a charming town that offers a unique blend of rich history, vibrant culture, and stunning natural beauty. Known for its warm hospitality, bustling markets, and scenic landscapes, Chake Chake is an ideal destination for travelers seeking an authentic experience in the heart of East Africa. My colleague Teddy Mparanyanga explored further the town located on the Tanzanian island of Pemba.
The coast of Pemba Island, Chake Chake is a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. Known for its rich history, vibrant culture, and stunning natural beauty, this charming town is the heart of Pemba. There are various activities that can be done here in Chake Chake. Chake Chake is more than just a town. It is a place where the past and present blend seamlessly. Here, the legacy of Swahili culture echoes through the streets. From the halua to the daily life unfolding in colorful markets, where spices, fruits, and handcrafted goods tell the story of centuries and old traditions. Chake Chake is a town that thrives on the history of its people. It showcases the region's cultural richness and creativity. It is also a place for history enthusiasts. It offers a glimpse into Zanzibar's past. The town is home to historical landmarks such as the Old Fort, where there are remnants of colonial architecture, each telling the stories of a bygone area. Whether you're here to explore its heritage or enjoy the serenity of its landscape, Chake Chake is an unforgettable experience. Come discover the soul of Pemba Island in this remarkable town.
In case you missed any of our stories, remember you can always go to our YouTube channel at TBC Online and watch anytime, anywhere. Before concluding the local news, let's have a look at our today's exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania, BOT. Don't miss TBC News every weekday to know all the latest in exchange rates. Time now for all the latest in international news. In international news, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer calls on nations to pool resources to tackle the problem of the illegal migration at every step of the route from North Africa and the Middle East to Britain's streets. Opening the International Illegal Migration Summit of more than 40 countries and organizations, including the United States, France and Vietnam, aiming at coordinating global efforts to counter illegal migration and the people smuggling gangs who profit from it. Starmer insists illegal migration must be treated as a global security threat, just like terrorism.
That's when I spoke at the Interpol meeting in Glasgow last year. I said we need to treat people smuggling as a global security threat, similar, if you like, to terrorism. We've got to bring to bear all the powers we have at our disposal in much the same way that we do against terrorism. Now, before I was a politician, I was the Director of Public Prosecutions in England and Wales. And we worked across borders throughout Europe and beyond Europe to foil numerous plots, saving thousands of lives in the process. We prevented planes from being blown up across the Atlantic and brought the perpetrators to justice. So I believe we should treat organised immigration crime in exactly the same way. I simply don't believe that organised immigration crime cannot be tackled. So we've got to combine our resources, share intelligence and tactics, and tackle the problem upstream at every step of the smuggling journey.
The Prime Minister today announced that the government has returned more than 24,000 individuals with no right to be in the UK since the general election, the highest returns rate for 8 years. The African Union champion for nutrition, King Letsie III, commended African leaders for their concerted efforts in the fight against malnutrition, stating that this will help contribute to growth of African economies. The king said this during the third nutrition summit held in Paris. Here are more details.
Ed says his role as the African Union champion on nutrition since 2014, he has worked hard to raise awareness about unacceptable high levels of malnutrition across the African continent, adding that the government of Lesotho and World Vision internationally have also worked tirelessly to achieve the global nutrition targets. This accomplishment described by His Majesty include reduction in stunting from 39% to 36% from 2004 to 2024. The promotion of monitoring breastfeeding is explained to have risen by 61%, surpassing the global target of 50%. Additionally, the under 5 mortality rate is said to have decreased by 85% from 1,000 children to 39% between 2014 and the end of 2024.
Government of Lesotho, through different ministries, departments and partners, such as World Vision, are working tirelessly to reach the above-mentioned milestones in order to reach the targets of Sustainable Development Goals 1, no poverty, SDG 2, zero hunger, SDG 3, good health and well-being, as well as SDG 6, clean water and sanitation. I would also like to acknowledge that other interventions, such as the establishment of nutrition clubs and the training of the club membership in production and post-harvest management, robust national health awareness campaigns, micronutrient supplementation and the promotion of infant and young child feeding practices are all in line with our national plans, like the Lesotho National Health Sector Strategic Plan of 2017 to 2022, and the Lesotho Food Security and Nutrition Policy of 2018.
On behalf of the Government of Ireland Policy Director and Development Africa Division, Mrs. Sarah Hunt, says they are proud to be part of this roundtable dialogue, which provides opportunity to stakeholders on the importance of global nutrition targets.
Ireland, however, remains committed to staying the course and will continue to prioritise nutrition in our work towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. I encourage all participants today to contribute to this discussion, but more importantly, as you said, David, to listen to each other on how we can ensure that our commitments at N4G respond to the needs and include the participation of children and communities. We commit to working with our partners to achieve this objective, and we echo the call for urgent and united efforts towards this. And I'm looking forward to a highly engaging and fruitful discussion.
His Majesty Kinsley III also had a meeting with the CEO of Atella, a French company involved in the construction of Oxbow hydroelectric power plant, as the country's strategy to improve electrification, thus promote nutrition measures in the country.
And now let's join my colleague Yambona Masamba for other latest news in international news.
International news starts in Europe. A lawyer representing Marine Le Pen has said the French far-right politician will appeal her conviction of embezzlement of public funds. The case started back when she was a member of European Parliament. A judge in Paris barred Le Pen from running public office for 5 years and had a 4-year jail sentence. The court also fined her a 5,000 euros. Le Pen and members of her National Rally Party were found guilty of misusing more than $3 million of EU funds to finance her party. She left the courtroom before the judge even finishing reading out her sentence. She was given 4-year prison term. 2 years will be on probation, and the judge then will have to decide these other 2 years will be served. To Asia, a week of national mourning has been declared in Myanmar after Friday's magnitude 7.7 earthquake. More than 2,000 people have been confirmed dead and 100 are missing. Rescue efforts are continuing, but the hope of finding any more survivors is fading. However, the rescue effort has been hampering by lack of equipment. The World Health Organization, WHO, has issued an urgent call for relieving funding and assistance for Myanmar. The military junta in Myanmar says more than 3,400 people were injured in Friday's earthquake. From Asia to Europe, thousands of people in Belgium have took part in 24 hours general strike. The mass action has forced cancellation of flights at the main airport in Brussels and interrupted public transport. Workers are angry about austerity measures that include public spending cuts and pension reforms. The government has cut public debts. To Africa, a group of war veterans in Zimbabwe is calling for a nationwide protest, demanding President Emmerson Mnangagwa step down. They accuse him of failing to revive the economy and plotting to extend his role beyond 2028. Tensions arise in governing party ZANU-PF after Mnangagwa dismissed the senior security officials, including the chief of police and the head of intelligence service. And U.S. President Donald Trump has threatened to bomb Iran and impose higher tariff on Russia if they refuse negotiating in good faith. In an interview with U.S. media, Trump said he wasn't good by President Vladimir Putin's criticism of Ukraine leader Volodymyr Zelensky's leadership and credibility. He's now ruled out, he says, imposing secondary tariff on Russia oil if he feels Moscow is blocking effort to end the war in Ukraine. And Trump said if Iran does not make a deal on its nuclear program, it should be bombed, as well as new tariffs imposed on Tehran. Trump had harsh words for both Russia and Iran. Taking Russia first, he said he was very angry on Russia President Vladimir Putin because of his statement, Putin said Ukraine should have a transitional government, essential for Zelensky to step down.
Yes, that's the international news as compiled and read by Nyambona Masamba, and that marks the end of our news bulletin for tonight. Don't miss our next bulletin in Kiswahili at 11 p.m. On behalf of the whole team, I'm Agnes Tuniga. Good night, and once again, Eid Mubarak.
Bodi ya wakurugenzi, menejimenti na watumishi wote wa shirika la utangazaji Tanzania TBC wanawatakia Waislamu wote kheri ya sikukuu ya Eid al-Fitri. Eid Mubarak.
TBC inapenda kuwataarifu wateja wake na umma kwa ujumla kuwa idara ya masoko imehamia katika jengo la iliyokuwa Wizara ya Ujenzi, Uchukuzi na Mawasiliano, zamani Wizara ya Sayansi na Teknolojia, lililopo mtaa wa Jamhuri mjini Dar es Salaam. Huduma zote za matangazo ya biashara zinapatikana hapa. Tumekusogezea huduma karibu. Karibu tukuhudumie. Kwa mawasiliano zaidi, fika ofisi za idara ya masoko, jengo la mawasiliano lililoko mtaa wa Jamhuri, ofisi za TBC barabara